Hey fitness fans, this is TC Fit trainer Michelle here with Wow Workout of the Week number 8. I hope you're ready for a good one that's going to challenge you to work a little harder than what you're used to. I'm starting by marching in place just to warm up the body as I explain today's workout, but you will want to make sure you're wearing your tennis shoes and you have an open space. You're going to see me use a 10-pound dumbbell as well as two 2-pound weight plates. If you have weights at home, great, grab them, keep them nearby. If not, that's okay. You can do all of these exercises using just your body weight as well. You're always going to want to choose an exercise level that's best for you. I'm going to show lots of modifications today, but feel free to adapt and modify each exercise so that it asks you to work, but is pain-free. The other thing you'll want to do is get your music pumping. We want that music for added motivation. I've included a suggested playlist in the description box, but you choose what's best for you. So now, workout of the week number 8. It's 8 rounds, each with 2 exercises, and we'll complete each exercise for 45 seconds. If that sounds confusing, don't worry. I'm going to do one set with you, and with each round, I'll give you a chance to pause the video and repeat those exercises for a second or third set on your own. So go ahead and plant those feet. Make sure everything's set up. Round 1 coming your way now. Round 1 is a continuation of our warm-up with a V step, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. So wide, wide, narrow, narrow. You can choose to alternate your lead leg with each step, or I'll give you a target when we're about halfway through our 45 seconds. If you're adding intensity here, you take the hands wide with the wide steps, narrow with the narrow steps. It's that easy. And we're coming up on our halfway mark, so if you're staying on one side, go ahead and switch. You may find that your brain and body don't work as well on your non-dominant side. This is good. We're asking our muscles to have to learn new things. 10 seconds, and then we move on to exercise number 2 for round 1. Great. Exercise number 2, our reverse fly. So I squeeze my shoulder blades together and release the tension. So squeeze and release. Contract those rhomboid muscles between your shoulder blades and slowly relax. You may choose to use your light weights with this exercise, or if you're looking for added intensity, lift to the top of the motion and give me a little pulse. That pulse, even though you see my hands moving, is originating from that area, those muscles between my shoulder blades. My arms are just along for the ride. I'm keeping my abs engaged and my neck in line with the rest of my spine. Five more seconds. Great job. Those are the 2 exercises for round 1, your V step and your reverse fly. You may choose to pause the video now and repeat those exercises for a second and third set, then rejoin me for round number 2. Round number 2, cardio twist. We take our hands and our feet in opposite rotations for 45 seconds. Go ahead and join me now. So find that twist. You're only moving as far as you feel comfortable. I'm keeping it nice and loose, but my abs engaged. I'm thinking nice soft landings here, so as soon as I touch the floor, I'm already up and moving. Woo. Can't talk and twist at the same time. Halfway. Your body should be warmed up from round 1, and we're taking it to the next level. You're doing great. 15 more seconds. Cardio twist. If the legs and feet don't work together for you or it's too intense, you can take it to arms only. 10 more seconds. Keep pushing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Calf raises. My feet are about hip width apart. I'm standing tall. Come up onto the balls of the foot and back down. So lift and lower. Gives me a chance to catch my breath after those cardio twists. 45 seconds of each exercise today. Pushing through, standing tall. If you're looking for added intensity with this exercise, you can do your calf raises with an added weight at chest level. You can also choose to try single leg. You have to have great balance for that one. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and you've completed round 2. I encourage you to pause the video, repeat a second and a third set of your cardio twist and your calf raises. Rejoin me for round number 3. Round 3 starts with 45 seconds of jumping jacks. Go ahead and take it there now. So this is your moderate intensity level. If you need a lower intensity, take it to those heel taps, or if you're looking for a higher intensity, take it to star jumps. Choose the level that's best for you. We're going to push through this exercise for 45 seconds. So again, jumping jacks, heel taps, or your star jumps. I want you to challenge yourself and get that heart rate up. 20 seconds remaining. You should feel a push. That heart's pumping. You're getting the oxygen into those working muscles. Great job. 3, 2, 1. Exercise number 2 is going to be a side squat. You have an option to add an overhead press and to do that with weight. So we step wide, press, bring the weight down, wide, press, bring the weight down. We're alternating sides for 45 seconds and gradually bringing down that heart rate from those high intensity jumping jacks. You're doing great. Remember, you can do this with just body weight or an added weight and taking it overhead. 10 seconds. 2 more. Great job. You finished out round 3. Feel free to pause the video, repeat a second and a third set of your jumping jacks and your side squat with overhead press. Rejoin me for round 4. Whew. Round 3 was a doozy. Now with round 4, we're going to start with a reverse lunge. So if you have your added weight, feel free to take it to chest level. We're going to alternate sides. So I step back, switch sides, and forward. 45 seconds here. We drop down and lift up. I'm using that front foot to take me all the way to standing, lower me in controller slowly towards the floor, and brings me back to standing. The back leg's really just for balance and stability here. Great job. We're already halfway through this exercise, 45 seconds for each exercise today. My torso's tall and I'm exhaling to the top of the motion. Breathing out. Give me 1 more on each side. And we're moving on to exercise 2, a squat pulse. So I sit back into my squat and I drop my hips 2 inches lower than my comfort zone. This is 45 seconds. If the pulse is too intense, you could always take a pause at the top and bring it back down to your squat pulse. My abs are drawn in tight and making sure there's no discomfort on my knees and pressing through both feet equally, feeling the work through the quads and the hamstrings. That heart rate should be up. You're doing great. If you have the added weight and it's too much, you can always set that down. And you have the option for your basic squat to finish out the last 15 seconds of round 4. Five, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Great job. Grab some water. You may choose to complete a second and third set of round 4 and rejoin me for round 5. Round 5 has one more cardio set, and then we'll start to bring the heart rate down for the remainder of the workout. These are switch steps, so opposite arm and leg, and we scissor those feet. 45 seconds here. If this soft jump is too intense for you, feel free to take it to a forward heel tap, but keep the arms moving. If you're looking for a higher intensity, you can take this into a lunge jump. Choose what's best for you. Our goal is to get our heart rate to stay elevated on a scale of 1 to 10 around that level 8. We may even push close to a 9, but we don't want to go over the edge. Choose the level and the intensity that's best for you. 10 more seconds. You're doing great. Push through. Perfect. Nice job. Our next exercise is going to be bicycle crunches. So we're moving to the floor and alternating opposite shoulder and knee. Keep this in control. 45 seconds here. If this intensity is too much for you, feel free to relax the shoulders and focus just on that lower body motion. All of the movement we want stabilizing through the core. So I know your legs can do this all day. I want you to think about those abdominal muscles and tightening up that internal belt, the transverse abdominis. We keep that low back close to the floor, may not be touching, but close. And we stay stable for the remainder of our exercise. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's round 5 with our scissor steps or switch steps and our bicycle crunches. Feel free to pause the video, complete a second or a third set, and rejoin me for round number 6. Round number 6 coming up here. We start with our hip hike. So I keep my feet close together. My hips are stable. I'm going to lift one leg up off the floor. My stabilizing leg is my working leg as I press it out and lift up. So my hips are shifting, but I'm keeping the rest of my body stable. My knee is not bending or not moving during this motion. We're going to complete about 20 seconds here, and then we'll switch and hit the other side. This work is coming from that lateral hip and glute area. So again, nothing moving through the legs, just this hip and tensor fasciae lata muscle area. That's a mouthful. Go ahead and switch sides, find your balance, and then take that hip. It kicks out and in, or the hips you can also think about it like a teeter-totter, up and down from side to side. You're doing great. We have about 10 more seconds on this side. These are our hip hikes in round 6. Give me 2 more, and then we move to the floor for our double leg lowers. Head, neck, shoulders are relaxed. Both feet are up and our knees are at 90 degrees. My abs are engaged, my back is close to the floor, and I take both legs forward about 6 inches. I'll start to feel these abdominal muscles need to engage. They may even shake a little bit, and then I return to my starting position. Press that low back towards the floor. Push the feet forward. Keep that stable core and pelvis, and return to your starting position. 45 seconds here. You have the option of taking the arms overhead to intensify the exercise. You may even choose to hold some light weights overhead so you feel the muscles under these armpits and into the back, the latissimus dorsi muscles work. You're doing great. 10 more seconds here. Heart rate should be starting to come down from rounds 3, 4, and 5. And relax. Nice job with round 6. You have the option to pause and repeat a second and third set of your hip hikes and double leg lowers, then rejoin me for round 7. Round 7, we're starting with a plank hold. My wrists are under my shoulders, and I lift onto my toes, squeezing my heels and glutes together. My abs are engaged, creating a straight line from my head through my shoulders, my core, my hips, and my ankles. If you're looking for added intensity, set this up with your feet on any stable elevated object. We're going to hold for 45 seconds and then we'll move on to our second exercise. Make sure that your head stays in line with the rest of your body and you're squeezing those ankles towards the midline. You're doing great. We want to feel this work. Just about 10 seconds remaining. If you're in your elevated plank, you're going to want to take yourself back to the floor. And we lower our body all the way down to our belly. Our prone shoulder blade squeezes are up next. If you have light weights, you may choose to use them in each hand. And by light, I mean in the 1 to 3 pound range. We're going to squeeze our shoulder blades together and release. So yes, you see the arms moving, but this is all coming from those muscles between the shoulder blades, the rhomboids and the lower traps. We want to pull those shoulders away from the ears, like we painted a letter V on your back. Squeeze towards the bottom of the V. 10 more seconds. We're going to go about 3 more repetitions. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Nice job. That's round 7. Your plank hold and your prone shoulder blade squeeze. Feel free to pause, second and third set if you want them, and rejoin me for our final round, number 8. Round 8, our final round, 2 more floor exercises. We're starting with a tricep dip. My fingertips press forward or towards my feet, and I'm going to lift my hips up off the floor, keeping my shoulder blades down and back. I dip just that inch or so I tap the floor with my hips, and I press back to the top. I can also lift one leg to intensify this exercise, or again, if you have a weight option, you can take this into an overhead tricep extension. 45 seconds of tricep work here, little bend in that elbow. You're doing great, 20 seconds. We're almost down to our last exercise, 10 seconds here. Tricep dips, and then reverse snow angels. Let's go ahead and move into our final exercise of the workout. Face down, I'm going to take my arms overhead, tuck my shoulder blades down and back. I keep my head stable as my arms swim open to touch my hips and return back overhead. Work through only the range of motion that's comfortable for you. Good. Squeeze those shoulder blades back and down the entire time. Even as my hands come overhead, my shoulders are away from my ears. If you're looking for added intensity, lift both legs, squeezing the legs together, and you'll feel that Superman or that Superwoman pose and that work in the low back, in addition to that shoulder motion. 45 seconds. 10 seconds to go. You're doing great. This is a very tough workout, but you are coming up on the end of the workout. I encourage you to take some time to cool down and stretch and release. And if you've been doing multiple sets, now is your chance to do that to finish out your workout today. Thank you so much for joining me. We hope to see you next week for Workout of the Week number 9.